We're here with the head coach and general manager of the Green Bay Gamblers, Pat Mickish. This is Coach's Corner on Facebook, presented by Aurora BayCare Sports Medicine. The Green Bay Gamblers split this past weekend with the Dubuque Fighting Saints, a couple preseason games heading into the Fall Classic this upcoming week. Coach, I want to talk about Saturday night. Got a chance to go out to Cornerstone Community Ice Center, watch you guys play. First and foremost, just want to talk about some guys and get your assessment, but number 14, McCabe Webster, a guy that really stood out to me on Saturday night. I thought the puck really found his stick, a lot of speed and just a lot of energy.
Yeah, I mean, for a younger player, he's adjusting well. I mean, and that said, you just hope they continue to improve over time, and there's going to be some growing pains, as we all know, but the hockey brain on McCabe, helps him translate a little bit quicker than maybe some other players, but he's stepped in, played well, and we're just trying to find the right people for everybody to play with right now.
Ryan Verrier, a guy that from the point had a lot of shots. I liked how he played as well.
Yeah, Ryan's an aggressive defenseman. He can really skate, and he's strong. And he's a mature player. I mean, he's an older first-year player, so you come in with a little higher expectation on what we're going to be able to get from him, and so far he's competed very well.
To start the game, you guys had Maxim Zukov. Of course, he's back for another season between the pipes. I thought he was very comfortable, a guy that this team's going to lean on potentially to be that starting goaltender again this year, but a guy that comes in highly touted, a draft pick last June of the Las Vegas Golden Knights, but a guy that has really developed well.
Yeah, I mean, Max, he had a great season for us last year, and I think we have very high expectations for what he'll be able to do this year, and so you want him to get comfortable, but it's very important that we're giving the other goalies as much ice time as possible as well, just because I think we have a great battle there.
You talk about that battle. You got Bagley and Sklenar, guys that are trying to fight for another position on this roster, guys that have played well at times. That's got to make the decision a little bit tougher for the coaching staff.
Well, yeah, and they're all young goalies, but they both are competing very well against each other right now. I would say it's a friendly rivalry. They all can kind of see it, and we're going to end up here with two goalies, and but credit to Lenny Hoffman and his staff for putting us in this situation.
Coach, I had to check 3 times on the roster. Michael Vukojevic, he's a 2001. You don't get a lot of size with 2001s like he has. He commands some attention on the ice.
Yeah, I mean, he's very athletic, big, strong, and he carries himself very well on the ice, and so it's been fun to work with him. I think he's adjusting well, and but our whole decor is, we got Tyler Spott back there, who's another young defenseman, and we're already able to use those kids in situations that most young players aren't thrown into. So that's what the preseason's about, letting them have their growing pains, and hopefully we see the rewards of it during that second half.
One nice thing I saw too, Josh Dunn get out in front of the net. Of course, he scored a goal on Saturday night, but had some other opportunities too by getting out in front in those dirty areas. That's got to be something that is very encouraging, knowing his injury history in the past and whatnot, that he's getting more comfortable getting in those dirty areas and using his size.
Well, and I think he's using his strength. I think he had a great summer. A year ago, he put on muscle mass, but I didn't think he was carrying it as well as he is now. And you can just see that leg strength is caught up, and the speed of his game. And I think where he's really reaping the benefits now is he's able to be here training in the morning and having that extra time, where the last 2 years he was in high school during the day and then coming in and trying to get a workout in after practice. So I think you start to see the growth of a player that will be able to focus on hockey so much more.
Coach, last Saturday you guys played an exhibition game in Appleton. This past Saturday, the 23rd, you guys played an exhibition game here in Green Bay. The first one to raise money for Appleton Youth Hockey. This past one to raise money for Green Bay Area Youth Hockey. How important is it for you, not only yourself, but your family, to stay active in the community supporting youth hockey?
Well, I think as the Gamblers as a whole, that's one of our biggest networks. We want youth hockey to feel part of us, and Appleton being right there and being such great supporters of us, we usually get down there and have some on-ice sessions with them during the year, but to do that game for them and have them raise that much money was fantastic. And then Jibaha and the Cornerstone, Green Bay Youth Hockey's been, they are us. And we spend a lot of time in their rink, and they spend a lot of time, supporting us. So it's great to be a teammate with them.
Coach, different type of week for you guys. You guys head out to Pittsburgh for the Fall Classic, playing this week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. What's the schedule for you guys like this week?
Well, I mean, it was odd that we actually had a Sunday practice after playing a Friday, Saturday, so we thought it was important to get in, have a good skate on Sunday, practice again here today, Monday, and then we'll be on that full day of travel on Tuesday, and then quickly into games on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before we return. So, we were talking as a staff, we're practicing today, our next practice won't be till next Sunday.
Crazy.
So, which isn't bad. It's a nice time of the year that, we can do our evaluating, watching games, and putting the kids in the situations they're going to be in all year.
Well, let's talk about you guys evaluating this team, having to make some tough decisions, cutting it down before the regular season opens up October 6th and 7th here at the Resch Center. It seems like, it could be a challenge to find playing spot for 30 guys on the roster. What are some of the challenges that you guys face?
Well, I think our whole league faces it. I mean, USA Hockey is developing so many top talents that, we can only put 23 guys on a roster, and there's only 17 teams in our league. So it's important that we go through the process the right way and make sure we're making the best choices for our organization. But, year in and year out, you see players that, aren't making a team in the USHL this year are coming back and being stars in the league a year later. So for us, it's just putting the best group of gamblers together, but at the same time, those decisions are never easy.
Coach, before your game on Friday night, you guys added Nicholas Nardella. He came over. Talk a little bit about that process, because I was listening to the broadcast. It seemed like he just met you guys in Dubuque to play. It's got to be a challenge for him to get assimilated with our team, but does he bring depth? What does he bring to the table?
Well, I mean, Nick brings experience. He's an undersized player with a huge brain, and that's the one thing that I liked about Nick when he was a younger player, was his ability to move pucks and make hockey plays in small areas. So I've known him for years now, watching him play, and so we just, any chance we have to bring in competition and make sure we're putting the best group together is ideal.
Should be a great week for you guys. Good luck in evaluating this team and getting ready for the regular season. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you.